Hello, my name is Anne and this is Toby, and welcome to a Tobyknits special Flosstube sample of September week 3. If you're new, go grab a cup of tea, you'll need it. Don't know about biscuits today, but you never know, We always need sustenance while we're watching Anne chatter away. Because today it's all about the cross stitch and the embroidery, and I have a lot to tell you and a few things to show you, including a finished object. It's not a finished object, it's a fully finished object. Want to see? Oh, you don't? Oh, okay then. Oh, yeah, you do want to see. I finished it. Look. I put it on the top here. Now, this was from Mary Corbett. I can't remember the name of her blog. If I can remember, I'll put it at the bottom. And this was a free sew along that she did, and it was really fun to do some of those stitches. I really did enjoy it, and I drew it on in pencil, so it was a little hard in some places to get the pencil marks off. I can still see them. I did try erasing them with a I was going to say a rubber, wrong country, and with an eraser. And it didn't still come off, and I didn't want to wash it because I didn't want to wreck any of the stitches. I was a bit nervous for that, so I just left it. This box I got at Michael's, and it was just plain this color, and Bob stained it for me with whatever stain he had in the garage at the time. Would I have picked it that dark? Not really, but you just let them do what they do, right? Otherwise it would never have been stained. And he even did the inside, which amazed me. And then the top I bought, I think this was like $4, and then I bought a disc, a round disc. I think it was 3.5 or something, 4 inches maybe. And I didn't get him to stain that because I just put this behind it with some padding. I put some for quilting, like fleecy stuff underneath. Batting, yeah, that's the word, Anne. Yeah. And to give it a little bit of a cushion so it wasn't so flat. And then I did the usual where you stitch all around and then yank it in so that it forms underneath. And then I just glued it to the top of the box lid. And then I just put this cord around the outside, glued that on. So I think it looks really sweet. So I'm very happy with how this turned out. So that's my fully finish. Now, sampler wise, where are you? No, not you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Toby. Because of course he got down. And now he's gone under the table. Do you want to get up here or not? Is that a no? Or is that a yes? Apparently that's a no. So how did I get on this past week? Now, I know the last 2 weeks I did daily little videos to show you what I was working on. Well, I found that really hard two reasons. The first reason, if I was just doing daily little videos and popping them straight up on YouTube, that would have been easier. But because I was doing little ones, I was having to then go back through all my camera roll, which is inundated with 1,000 pictures of my grandchildren, because every day Megan sends me some and Andrew will send me some, and it's like there's tons, and if I'm around them, I'm taking pictures of them. So to go back and find all the little 5-10 minute videos I'd done each day was a bit of a nuisance, and it takes forever to load stuff up to my, because I have an iPhone and it's got to go up to my Windows. It just takes ages. When I had my MacBook, it was there in seconds. Ugh, I don't understand how. I guess they just don't like each other, so it takes a while for them to chat. And so I just decided this week that just took such a lot of time that I was just going to do a regular video, but tell you how I got on all week. I figured that was easier. So how did I get on? Last time you saw me, last Wednesday, I was about to stitch Owl that evening. This one's Owl, I think. Yes, I have little names on them all, little on these things, so I could tell, because there's like this many in here. It's ridiculous how many I've got. So this was a what do you call it now, historical sampler stitch along last year. I feel like this was the start of the year, and of course I never finished it, because you know I never finish anything, do I really? So what did I do with this one? I believe I finished the tree and started this. That's what I got done last week, last Tuesday. So here is how it is coming. It's coming on really good. I have to finish this section, which was section 3, and then do section 4. Will I finish that this month? No, because I've got what, tonight and two more Tuesdays to work on it. But I might even get this section finished, maybe, but I certainly won't get the whole thing finished. But it's still really nice. I love the colors in this one. They're so sweet. You know, they're kind of like Christmassy, but not. Anyway, I like those. So I worked on that. Wednesday was June. Wednesday was June, which is in this bag. This was another historical sampler, and I loved this one, which is this. I think this is the only one I finished of the 3 or 4 I got going that came from them. But I finished this one. I kept up with this one, and I made a bag out of it. So inside the bag are my cotton and twine, which are Historical Samplers' sister company. And these are monthly boxes. And they have just changed these monthly boxes to be... It used to be that you could not get a PDF of this design, and once they had sold out, they were gone. Now they're letting you pick from a box to fabric and floss, so that comes in an envelope, and it's cheaper, obviously, because it doesn't have all the goodies in. Or just the PDF. So you can get 3 ways of doing the monthly cotton and twine subscription. It is a subscription service, but I'm not kidding. These boxes, the designs, everything about them is gorgeous. This one was the April box, and this is the design, this beautiful. And you even, when you buy the actual box kit, you actually get the frame and everything in it. So it's everything you need to finish your project. So I did this. I got the bee done and the rose finished. and across here to there. So I actually got a lot done on this last Wednesday because I love working on it. Now my plan is to get this finished, even though there's only 2 more Wednesdays, is to get this done and come up here and then get this done. And then instead of these flowers that are scattered around, I'm going to put another bee or just some little flower heads. I might do that. I just don't like the way they're scattered here. I don't like all that. So I might just put the flower heads, but not the leaves. So I really hope I can get this finished next week, because it's just so lovely. Well, not even next week, the week after, I guess. I've got two weeks. So it would be nice to finish this. And my plan is I've got August, which is done. I don't know where August. Oh, it's way over there on my, I don't know if you can see it. It's over there. There, that's the August one. My son was born in August and his daughter was born in June. So I'm hoping to give them all to them for their birthdays next year. Bob is February, and I've got the February one. So anyway, we'll have to just keep, they haven't put them all out yet, so it'll be fun to see them all eventually. Thursday, I did not do the retreat. What is it called? Retreat stitch repeat. Yes, that I got when I was at Stitch North last year. That is my Thursdays, but I really did not want to work on it. And I was obsessing slightly with the Squirrel Embroidery that I'd started from my embroidery. So let me see if this is the squirrel. I think it is. Yes. So I worked on this instead. I am loving this so much. It's a lot of stitching. It's not a quick embroidery like some of them are. It's all done with long and short stitch. But the thing about it is it's layers. But it's literally like paint by numbers. So let me find, this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's this lovely squirrel and it's super cool. And it literally is, it's on her Patreon page. I'm a member of her Patreon, and each week she puts out a different section that you get to do, and she just gives you I'll just quickly show you, and she just tells you what number to stitch in that position on the thing. And then but it'll be like 7 plus 8 plus 10, because again, you're doing layers upon layers, and it's so cool. So here is where I'm up to with it. Oh, let me put the thing underneath so you can see it better. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? I'm still obviously working up here. There's still 2 layers of the trees and a couple of layers of the other stuff. So you can see here, this is what I'm working on. I'm adding little stitches on top, little short stitches on top. But isn't that lovely? I'm really enjoying, and it's so hard to put it down because as soon as you've done a little block of color and you're looking, oh, I need that color over here. So you go over there and you do that. And again, it's all short and long stitch. So, and you just do it wherever you want to, if you know what I mean. I'm getting much better at it now than I originally was. But to be honest with you, by the time you're done, like, you can't even see these long and short stitches underneath because there's 2 layers on top now of color. I don't even know if you can see that. See, there's no extra colors here yet. Oh yeah, there is there. Sorry. There you can see the extra color going in. And then there'll be another one on top of that. Like, it's super fun. I really am enjoying it. So I worked on that Thursday night instead of retreat, because I really just wanted to. Now, to be honest with you, I have not picked this up since last Thursday. Just because we've had a really busy weekend, really busy. Friday night is Secret Grove, and I fell right back in love with this. Yes, right back in love with Secret Grove again. And I am so glad. This, again, was a stitch along. It's finished now. And I think there were 10 parts to this, and I'm still on part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm on part 7. So it's just, the colors are gorgeous. So here, and the fabric I'm doing it on is beautiful. It's a Lugana. So I worked on the start of the black bird's head, and I finished the scissors off. And I'm loving it. Aren't they just adorable? I mean, you can't stop looking at them. And it's like in person, because you're seeing it through a video, through whatever color monitor thing, TV graphic card you have. But in person, they are magnificent. So I'm really, really enjoying this one. So this is the Friday stitch. And yeah, this of course will take forever to do. Will I make it the Friday stitch all year? I don't know. I don't know. But for now, it is September's Friday stitch. Now, Saturday and Sunday I do Whip Go. And the Whip Go numbers that were called this month were great for me in that it was the same project either day. So that worked out really good, except, where did it go? Oh, it's here. Except that on Saturday, I did not work on it because, no, I did work on it Saturday. I didn't work on it Sunday because on Sunday, Bob, myself, my stepdaughter Carrie, and my son, our son, Andrew, we took the train at 8:30 in the morning to Toronto, which takes about 4.5, talking of trains. Hello. Yes. We took the train to Toronto, which was 4.5 hours. Now it got delayed because of a freight train. By half an hour. And so we were late getting to the game because we went to watch the Toronto Blue Jays baseball team play. Oh my gosh, I'll put some pictures up here. Wow, it was so much fun. But we were so high up. It was a bit hard. I mean, you got a great view of the game below you and you could see everything at once, like where the ball was he going to get it in time? You know, like could he throw it that far? Could he make the base? Like you got to see it all because you were quite high up, but it was a bit hard to see the actual players. So it was a struggle a few times to see who's in bat now, you know, but luckily they have like this big Jumbotron thing that you can rewatch the highlight of the play and see the actual who's up to bat, and you know, keep checking of, is it a run, is it a ball, is it a strike, you know. So that was a lot of fun. And so we were there, and then after that game finished, because the games last about 2.5, 3 hours, then we went for dinner before we got the train back. So we didn't get home till 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So obviously, and I didn't want to take my cross stitch with me because they're big bags. Well, not that they're big bags, but I also didn't want to be carting this around. It'd be great to stitch on the train or even take my knitting. But I didn't know if they'd let me in to the stadium with needles or scissors. You know what they're like, it's almost like bloody customs or the airport. You got to show everything in your bag before they let you in. So I just took a book and read most of the time, or slept on the train. And so I didn't take anything. So I only worked on this on Saturday night. But I was thrilled to bits with what I worked on. So here it is. It's a really old sampler. I've had it for years and years. I'd started it. I used to live in Hampshire. I was born in Liverpool, England, and we lived there for 10 years next door to my nan and my granddad, and across the street from my mum's brother, my uncle. When I was 10, we moved to Southampton, which is at this end of England. Liverpool's at the north, and Southampton was way at the bottom here. If you went any further, you were in the water going to France. And so I really loved this because there's so many places on here I remember. Like, we went to Buckler's Heart, we've been to seen the new Forest Ponies, we went on HMS Victory, we went across to Jersey and Guernsey, and the only thing I never did was and we went to Winchester Cathedral. I never went here to the Vine, and I never went to Jane Austen's house. But all them other places I've been to and know. So anyway, I had got to the point where I needed to do a little bit more of the Winchester Cathedral, if you remember from last week, and do all the backstitch. And I got it done. Look! Oh, isn't that lovely? Actually, I shouldn't say I've got it done. I still have to put the gold in on the windows there for the stained glass. Then once that is done, but again, it's like all the crosses are done now. So now it's a case of adding all the backstitch words on the bottom and filling in all French knots where they are required. I think I still have to finish this and this backstitch in these two. But basically, is that one done? Yeah, that one's done. So basically it just has to be backstitched, French knots, and the name is put in and it's finished. And I should definitely get that done this weekend. Definitely. Well, maybe not this weekend, but I'm definitely going to finish this for the end of the year, end of the month. So I think this is so pretty. And I have another one, which is Wiltshire, because again, after we lived in Southampton for 5 years, you probably don't even really care to know this, but after we lived in Southampton, my dad worked for a big company, a big department store called Owen Owen. And he was the display guy. So back in the day, department stores had big windows in the front, and they would have models and whatever the latest fashion was or the latest kitchen gadgets went in these windows. My dad did that. He set everything up and made it look cool. And then on the inside of the store, if they had the odd mannequin, he would dress those up and, arrange stuff. And if a department came to him and said, how do I do cups? My dad would go over and set cups up or something on a unit, and that's what he did for years and years. And every time he got promoted, we had to move to the store in another city. So born in Liverpool, went to Southampton for 5 years, went back up to Liverpool. He got called back to head office. But we lived on the Wirral side, on the posh side. I think we were there for, I know that's where we got our first color television. I think that was like 1972. And then we, where did we go after that? Bath. Then we moved to Bath, the city of Bath, which is where this cross stitch comes from. Northumberland Passage, Bath. So we lived there. And I went to Bath Technical College, got my first flat, moved out when I was 18. And yeah, now my dad went and they did another move, but I didn't move with them this time because I'd met this guy and, you know. Where did they go after that? I think they went back to Southampton after Bath. And then they went to Swindon, which is where he still lives. So, yeah, we moved a lot. So it's fun to have this map and then the Wiltshire one, because again, I lived in those places and it's fun to remember some of them. And now that I'm really back into my cross stitch, I'm hoping to be able to start that at some point too, the other one, once this one's finished. So then I have a 1 hour a day project that I work on, which is Pumpkin Patch, which just finished from Sampler, Historical Sampler Company. And of course, I never finished it. It's a trouble when you have like a million other things that you're working on. But I did get quite good with this. Oh, it's this side. I got the hat almost finished. I just have a couple of white things. I need to finish the outside of that. And then I can start coming along here and repeating or doing this side. So this is section 3 I'm on. So it's lovely though, isn't it? Don't you think that's sweet? I do. I really like it. Aren't the brooms cute? Look at the brooms. Like what I love about Historical Sampler is there's so many things you can look at and see that even though you've stitched it, you didn't notice it till before, you know? So when you look at it when it's actually done, it's like, oh, that's cute. So yeah, this is my hour day. So I try to stitch on this for 1 hour each day. Now, I do have to admit, I did not do an hour, and I do it Monday to Friday. But I think there were 2 days last week that I didn't stitch it, purely because I'm fairly sure I was obsessed with the squirrel. So I did that instead. Yikes. And then the other one is, and I don't remember how far I am with this. This is the Peter Rabbit sampler I'm doing, and this is the football stitch. Let me just look and see. I don't think you've seen, oh, you might, yeah, I might have done a bit more. I feel like we did have a game. Now, I didn't watch the game Sunday because, of course, we were on the train, but I did have my headphones on and I did listen to it. And when we scored, I probably yelled out loud because about 5 heads looked at me. So I felt like I must have. So I was working on Miss Tiggy Winkle, and I am working on her back stitch now. And I think I just have a little bit down here to do of that floor color. But yeah, this was fun to do. I love doing back stitch. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. This is the whole sampler, in case you've never seen it. And it's a magazine that comes out every week in England. It's published by Hatcher Designs. And it's, or you can subscribe to it and get 4 magazines a month. They'll just send you 4 in a packet each month. So I subscribed to it and paid for it. And my dad, it's delivered to my dad, and my dad mails it to me whenever they come in. So I have like 3 albums down there because now they're all working on the autumn sampler. And it's, again, it's all the different, and it could be like here you can see Peter's is there with the chickens. So you know this is Easter with the daffodil. I think he's in the center of everyone, but it's also, quite often it's a different one of their people all around them, and it'll go all the way up to the top there. And they're, they might be in a different pose or holding vegetables or something. So it's all, they're all different and they're really sweet. And And all of my 4 grandchildren are born in a different season. So this one will be, this is spring, so this will be Tristan's. And instead of writing the word spring in the center, because it's supposed to have the word, I'll put a picture here so you can see what it looks like. It has vegetables and all kinds of stuff as a border and that. And instead of typing or putting the word spring in it, I'm going to put his name. Now, it will hang in my house, and when he's 18, he can have it. Same with the others. This is an ongoing long project because you can see how long this is taking me, and I only work on it now during football games. Now, there is a football game tomorrow. We're playing in Champions League. I love Champions League. So I will be stitching on it tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. Please don't anybody call me at 3 o'clock. Curtains will be drawn, and I will not be answering anybody. That's what happens every time Liverpool play. I tell Bob, don't call me. Don't call me. Nobody call me. I'm not answering. So yeah, that is all the cross stitch. Now, I've shown you the squirrel embroidery. And the other thing I want to show you that I got in the mail this week, and oh my gosh, I think I might be obsessed. I ordered, Diana, it was her fault. She sent me a message and said, look at this. And of course I looked. Well, 2 seconds later I ordered it. And it came within 4 days from the States with no duty. So right off the bat, that's a winner. And it came to my door by FedEx. So I was very impressed with it, very impressed. And it came from Missouri Star Quilts, and it is this. Holy moly, is that not gorgeous? And what this is, inside the tin, which reminds me, we always get Quality Street every year at Christmas, and every single Quality Street tin after that gets used for something else. One of it's got, and I've had this tin for so long, I can't even remember. It's probably an antique now. It's got all my sewing stuff in it. You know, like needles, threads, like when before I got into quilting, like it was where you went if you needed to sew a hem and you needed thread. That's where you went. But this comes with this lovely little booklet, and you can, once you've completed these designs, and there are 24 or 25 in here, I think, you can turn them into a quilt or a cushion. There's 7 designs in here as well as the quilt. So you can do a pillow, a table runner, a bed runner, a quilt, and you can do several sizes of the quilt. So anyway, it's just beautiful. So you get the booklet. You get, let me just show you what the tin looks like inside. Look at that. Look at that. So you get this little thing, which has, it opens up and it's got scissors, a threader, which I had to use, needles, and there is a stitch minder, needle keeper. Yeah, needle. You'll see it, and you'll know what I mean. Why can't I think of what that word is? Needle minder? Maybe that's what it is. So you get that. You get a packet of these little things, which are the design on sticky paper that you then just peel off and stick. You don't iron it on, you just peel it off and stick it on to your piece of fabric. And it's all there for you. And then you get this, which has all the designs, even gives you all kinds of, and I bought this myself. They did not send this. to me. I would love it if you did. But no, they actually sent, I bought this myself. And then there are all the designs, and this is what the design looks like. And it tells you what stitches to use, which are down there. And then on the back, it tells you the stitches you're using to give you a reminder if you can't remember what you're doing. And like I said, there are so many pretty designs in here. They are beautiful. And then the thread is a pearl cotton. I've never used this before, and I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm wondering what it would be like to just embroider anything. It's this equivalent, I believe. I don't know what weight this is. I believe pearl cotton has different weights. Oh, it's an 8, whatever that is. And there are, it's 10 grams, but it must be an 8. And it's the equivalent of 2 threads of DMC. So you just reel it off, snip it, thread it, and there you go. It also came, so all the colors are here to make all those little projects, and it came with a hoop. So I went out and I'm going to make the bed runner. And of course, you know me, I love quilting too. So this is like a win-win thing. I want to do a Christmas bed runner and a matching pillow for our bed. That's what I want to make. But I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to do. What color did I want? I didn't want the black like this, but I wasn't sure if the white was too stark, and certainly not with the black. I don't think I'll use black. I actually went out today and got some red and green fabric, so I'm going to do green where they've got the black and red for the back and edges of the pillow. So I started it because I could not wait. I couldn't wait to start this thing. Honest to God, I couldn't. So I sat down yesterday, and this is what I've done. Look at that. And the lovely thing is, once you've finished, and I don't have much more to go, I just have a bunch of French knots and this and these 2 flowers at the bottom. I mean, this will get done in, and that little thing at the top, this will get done in one day. And then you just soak it, and this little thing here will come off, and so will all of the drawings, so you won't see any of that. It'll just be this. Isn't it lovely though? And then of course you take it off of the hoop and you put a new one in and start again, and you trim it down and then make it into the bed runner or the quilt or the pillow or whatever you want. So what I did was I got this fabric at Fabricland, and it's cream. It's just a cream cotton. It's a really nice weight of cotton. This is easy to go through, much easier than when I did it on with the squirrel originally on the linen. I think the linen was the thing that was bothering me about the squirrel, because this is really nice. But I also, and when you get this kit, by the way, once you've used your little thing, it's gone, right? But they send you a PDF of all the designs in 3 sizes. So you can continue to make them and continue to make them and continue to make them. And you can make it as, like, you could do this as a big one and put it in a frame all by itself and gift that to someone. Or you could just gift it like this. There's smaller ones. Anyway, this is the medium size. And this is an 8-inch hoop, I think it's an 8-inch hoop. So you can see it's a good size. So what I did was I bought a 1/2 meter of this and a 1/2 meter of white. And I have that print and stick thing, so I use that. And hopefully that's not going to gum my needle up like it did on the linen. But because it's on this, I think it might be better. So here is the design on the white. And here it is on this cream color. And when this is done, I'm going to make another one on this color. And this, I will then decide which I like better to go with the red and green fabric to turn it into a pillow or the bed runner. And whichever one I don't like, I will use that and make a bunch of Christmas gifts for people with it. Either a small hoopy thing like this or a pillow for somebody in the white. So, but it won't be on my bed, so I won't care. So yeah, I'm really thrilled to bits with this. I've had such a lot of fun stitching this yesterday. And, you know, I kept thinking, oh, maybe I'll just do, save it till Christmas, and I'll just do till December, and I'll do, oh, and here's the needle minder, by the way. Isn't that cute? And I thought maybe I'll just do one a day during Christmas, like during Vlogmas. But then I thought, no, because it does take more than a day. And I don't want to overwhelm myself because I'm going to be doing Toft every day. And then there'll be whatever comes in the bothy threads. I'm going to be, you know, working on that. So I don't want to overwhelm myself by giving myself too many things to do. But anyway, yeah, so there you go. So I am so pleased with my stitching this week. It's gone really good. And yeah, I'm all set to, oh, last night I didn't work on Robin because that would have been Monday night, purely because I had a friend come over and she stayed almost all evening with me, and I didn't stitch. I hadn't seen her for ages, so we were so busy chatting that I literally did not, and by the time she left, it was like, I'm too tired now. I just did my pumpkin and that's it, because that was an hour, and then I went to bed. So yeah, Robin didn't get any love last night. So tonight will be Owl, and then we'll just start the week all over again. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a fabulous sampler September week and get on with all your stuff. Let me know below which is your favorite sampler I'm working on. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.